breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Ohanaeze asks Malami to advise Buhari to release Nnamdi Kanu. Ohanaeze asks Malami to advise Buhari to release Nnamdi Kanu. To my dear listeners, this is today's news. On Monday, the Ohanaeze Ndigbo socio-cultural organization called Abubakar Malami, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, to advise President Muhammadu Buhari to free Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Ohanaeze made the request in reaction to Malami's statement that the federal government had not received any request for Kanus' release. In an interview with newsmen, Ohanaeze's Secretary General Çøñdition complained that Malami misled the president about Kanus' release. Malami reviews why federal government is keeping Nnamdi Kanu despite court order. You remember that Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo had petitioned the federal government to release Kanu to him. Soludo had promised to serve as guarantee in order to secure Kanu's release. Since June 2021, the IPOB leader has been detained by the Department of State Services (DSS) on the orders of the federal government. Despite a court order for his release, the Nigerian government has refused to release him. Malami had previously stated that the federal government had not received a formal request for Kanu's release. However, Issiguzoro stated that Ohanaeze and some Southeast elder statesmen had visited with Buhari and urged Kanu's release. According to the Issiguzoro, Ohanaeze has put a formal request and paid a visit to the president, which the Minister of Justice was present when the late Mbazulike Amechi, Ezeife Bishop Onoha, paid a visit to Buhari and requested that the best thing he can do for Nigeria was to release Nnamdi Kanu to them. We want to tell Malami that the federal government through his department should stop playing the ostrich and come out boldly to tell us that they are not ready, which they have shown in action, but not in words. The body language of Mr. President has shown that they are not ready to release Kanu, having not obeyed the court order that granted his release. Malami should rightly advise the president to release Kanu. The body language of Malami has shown they have wrongly advised Mr. President not to release Kanu based on reasons known to them. Such a situation of not obeying court order is aimed at instigating insecurity in the Southeast. On Monday, the Ohanaeze Ndigbo socio-cultural organization called Abubakar Malami, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, to advise President Muhammadu Buhari to free Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Ohanaeze made a request in reaction to Malami's statement that the federal government had not received any request for Kanu's release. In an interview with newsmen, Ohanaeze's Secretary General Okechukwu Siguzoro complained that Malami misled the president about Kanu's release. Malami reviews why federal government is keeping Nnamdi Kanu despite court order. Remember that Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo had petitioned the federal government to release Kanu to him. Soludo had promised to serve as guarantor in order to secure Kanu's release. Since June 2021, the IPOB leader has been detained by the Department of State Services (DSS) on the orders of the federal government. Despite a court order for his release, the Nigerian government has refused to release him. Malami had previously stated that the federal government had not received a formal request for Kanu's release. However, Isiguzoro stated that Ohanaeze and some Southeastly elder statesmen had visited with Buhari and urged Kanu's release. Now I've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by the comment section and let us know what your view is all about.